We have your Memorial Day forecast here for the coastal bend, specifically Corpus Christi area beaches. This is going to be a marine focused forecast, but we're going to touch on everything, including what hope we had of a cold front moving through. So what you need to know is it is going to be hot and humid with highs in the 90s, heat index values around 100 to 105. So heat safety is still going to be important. We are headed right into summer, y'all. Memorial Day tends to be the unofficial start of summer, and temperatures will be feeling like that. So I hope you're ready for the heat. Stay hydrated if you're going to be spending time outside. And if you start to feel some symptoms of heat exhaustion, you're feeling a little bit more tired than you expect to feel, or you're getting a little dizzy, you're getting a cramp, it's time to A, hydrate, B, take a break inside or in air conditioning, hopefully, is what you're going to want to do if you are noticing any of those signs. It will be windy this weekend with gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour. We've got stronger onshore wind in store, so that's going to elevate our rip current risk with higher waves that will be 3 to 6 feet through the weekend. And then additionally, there's a new moon, so we could get some coastal flooding. So if you have plans to camp on the beach or go down Padre Island National Seashore, that could be the tide could impact your drive, make it dangerous or hazardous. Remember, you don't drive on the dunes, that is not allowed. So the flooding may not be in your favor if you're planning to head a little bit further south. Let's check out satellite radar right now. It is currently 86 degrees. The time now is 10:39. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith. Thank you for joining. This is all very Memorial Day focused, and we'll break down what happened to that cold front that we have been tracking and watching all in this live update. So I hope you're ready. Thank you for those that have tuned in. Post your comments, questions, concerns, your beach safety tips or hazards that you've noticed while out on the water or near the water here in the coastal bend. Of course, jellyfish tends to be one of those hazards. I have seen some jellyfish in the water and a few Portuguese man-o-wars that have washed ashore. But overall, I did a lot of walking this last weekend and didn't really see too many of those washed on shore. So pretty safe conditions as far as I could tell. But with the higher wave action, more sea life may be brushed in, as well as the rip current risk. That's going to be really dangerous. Also, on our local beaches, don't forget the stingray shuffle. So important. We do have stingrays out there. We've got a warm front well to our north, so we did see some weakening thunderstorms. I wanted to show the satellite imagery because we've got the weakening thunderstorms over the coastal bend that now have cleared out, and we have mostly clear skies. Our wind is back out of the south-southeast. We briefly saw a northerly wind as the outflow boundary from those storms moved through. Not a lot of rain for Corpus Christi, though, in fact, none. 86 degrees, your current temperature feels like temperature 95 degrees. Temperatures will warm into the triple digits for your heat index, 91 by 2 p.m. Wind will be out of the southeast at about 15 to 20 miles per hour this afternoon. Looking ahead to Memorial Day weekend, we've got 90s on the board, 92 degrees your high pretty much every single day. So this is a rinse and repeat kind of forecast. However, the big thing to take away from this forecast is the wind. Wind will be gusting around 30 miles per hour both Saturday and Sunday afternoon. Memorial Day, we're talking 35 mile per hour wind gusts possible. Right now, out on the water, southeast wind 4 miles per hour. So it is light out at our local buoy, y'all. Waves are only 2 feet though, wave period every 5 seconds. Air temperature is 82 and the water temperature is 82. So that'll make it a little hazy. Additionally, we're still getting smoke from the agriculture burning that takes place in southern Mexico and Central America this time of year. If you're headed to the beach, 88 degrees your high on Saturday, a few more clouds on Sunday, may keep us closer to 86 degrees. Regardless, it's going to be a hot one, y'all. High tide is coming up at 2:43 a.m. So there is a chance for some minor coastal flooding, especially Sunday and Monday. That minor coastal flooding would be at its worst at high tide. So high tide is going to be overnight heading into the morning, and the tide should be lowering all day long until 7:11 p.m. So as the tide continues to lower, that will be a good sign in terms of the timing, but the morning and as people are arriving to the beach, even at lunchtime, we may still be dealing with some minor coastal flooding, particularly on Sunday and then again on Monday. And if anyone has plans to camp on the beach, especially in the area south of Bob Hall Pier, it may not be the best weekend, particularly Sunday night into Monday morning. That could be when we're seeing some of the worst conditions in terms of water up to the dunes. So just highlighting that potential there. There is a high rip current risk. We likely will see red flags throughout the weekend, but definitely on Sunday with waves picking up 3 to 4 feet, could be up to 6 feet by Monday. Very high to extreme UV index is anticipated at high noon till about 2 p.m. as well. Let's break down the wave height forecast. So today we're almost flat, not quite, we're not green, but we are seeing that navy blue 1 to 2 inch. I want some rain. 1 to 2 feet wave heights out that direction. But as the wind picks up, check this out, as the wind picks up, we are looking at higher waves. So Sunday, 2 to 4 feet. As we get into Monday, yeah, we're 4 to 6 feet. So bigger waves mean greater rip current risk. I can't emphasize that enough. Remember, rip currents, they form on piers and jetties, or around piers and jetties, but they can form anywhere on the beach. And it's going to be where the water looks calmer. If you see water that isn't white capping, or waves are not breaking in an area, that is definitely a rip current. Where you kind of see the water come up on the beach and then a little further than in other places, likely that's where a rip current is going to be, because the water is kind of funneling into that area. It piles up a little bit further on the beach and then rushes back out to sea. So use caution. The buddy system, if you do get caught in a rip current, it's best to swim parallel to the beach, not straight back, because then you'll be like on a treadmill, but in the water, where the water is rushing under you and you're trying to swim back over it, and it's fighting against you. So it's not ideal. That's how you get exhausted and could lead to some problems. Anyway, let's keep looking at the wave height forecast, shall we? We're still pretty windy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Ooh, so yeah, there is a chance for wind shift over the weekend. I'm not going to get too excited about that, because I got a little too excited for this Memorial Day cold front, y'all, and it looks like it's not going to happen. So let's talk wind. It's staying out of the southeast as of the latest forecast, which keeps us in a hot and humid pattern. So with that being said, here's what we are tracking. There is a chance for strong to severe thunderstorms across West Texas, from the Big Bend area up into Oklahoma City. That repeats again into Saturday. You see similar situation. Big Bend may be just to the west of the storm Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But Monday is when North Texas has the best chance for, well, Sunday into Monday, North Texas has the best chance for some strong to severe storms. The cold front, every day I've showed this. First it was near the Corpus Christi, then it was near San Antonio, now it's near Dallas. This is Monday afternoon. The cold front has slowed down, and it likely will stall more so in the hill country than over the coastal bend. So what does that mean? It means we're not going to see a wind shift. It means that our wind will stay pumping out of the southeast, bringing us hot and humid conditions. What it does also mean is there's still a chance for some rain. We're going to have some upper level energy in play that could provide us with some scattered showers or thunderstorms Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, not so much Monday. I think we're going to be pretty good to be outdoors on Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we could be tracking some rain in the area. Heat index values staying 100 to really 108 across the region, 90s, mid to low 90s consistently all week long as well, without that cold front slipping through. Could near the triple digits for areas out into the brush country. Let's talk upper level wind, shall we? So high pressure is pretty much over us Saturday, so we're not going to see much in the way of showers or storms. As we head into Sunday, it slides over the Gulf. We are still getting that warm and humid southwest flow in the upper levels of our atmosphere. This is the low that tries to bring us a cold front. You can see why the timing has slowed down, but watch what happens. Actually, let's go back. So there's the high, not much hope in the way of rain. Then there is a front that tries to swing through Monday into Tuesday, but this low kind of sets up and then strengthens into Friday. Our high pressure then builds to our west, and as that happens, we are going to set up with northwest flow aloft. That could allow for a wind shift at the surface with the cold front making it through by next weekend. But again, that's too far out to get excited about. I'm not going to do it, y'all. So what we were looking at are temperatures in the 90s, hot and humid conditions continuing. It's the unofficial kickoff of summer, so might as well feel like summer. I hope everyone stays safe and hydrated. Thank you for watching this live update. I am going to end it here. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith.